Okay. Do I have my mic on? Hold on a minute, y'all. Okay, we got it. Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. I be doing stupid shit. My kids sit back here sometimes and they just be like, lady. How is it going? Welcome to Time with T. This is Sagittarius shadow work. Beautiful. Let's go, Sag. I'm excited to know, and this is all shade thrown at Sagittarius. I'm excited to know Sag is doing shadow work because y'all the jazzy ones out here. Y'all just don't have a filter. And I love it. I appreciate y'all truths. But y'all looking at some that can go and shed and fall off, that don't really serve the greater good of you. So that's what this is about, some shadow work. So some of y'all may be remembering things or breaking patterns, some generational stuff, understanding that not necessarily everything that you were taught or told is really true or needs to resonate in your life anymore. So that's why we're doing this. It turns out that these are looking like assistants. So we're looking at where you're at and, source is offering insight and I'm going to channel it. Okay. So divine energy source. What's going on here with Sagittarius? This is shadow work. I hope y'all are really enjoying this amazing. So this full moon is affecting everyone differently. I'm loving it. I'm Taurus. It's a Taurus full moon. Let's go. And then my opposite. So Taurus polar opposite is like Scorpio. So we're in Scorpio sun. We're in Scorpio season. So that is like the perfect balance of energy. Perfect balance of yin and yang going off right here. So I don't know why people are complaining. I'm enjoying all of it for like day 2 now. Can I get some message? I'm ready. I'm plugged in, ready to go. Sag. Y'all creating a new vision for your life? This is beautiful. I just want a couple more. I could probably stop there. I feel a stop, but it's just too simple to stop. Sag, y'all been doing some work out here. Yeah, that's it. Nothing else. This is it. This is what we're going to talk about. We have new vision, integration, and change on the table. Whoa. When you talk about work, y'all have graduated from like consciousness to the action phase. Y'all are in action phase. So like Gemini, they are in the slow down, observe. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? What needs to stay? What maybe didn't help you? It helped you then, but it doesn't help you anymore because you're here. You're here now. Y'all have created a whole new vision. So now y'all, look at that. Look at that. It looks like the light is coming from their heart chakra and like their whole energy, all their energy points are lit up, not just Kundalini energy, but like all of just a whole energetic being. Sag. Really? My laptop's right here. I'm charging. I'm working on some other videos uploading. Very impressed. Do your dance. Do your dance. That's what I hear. Why do I always sing in these videos? Music is key for me. It's elemental. And we're not going to get into it though. Okay, new vision. But that's what it feels like get your dance. Get your dance. Get your dance. Get your dance. Y'all got y'all dance. Look at that. Look at it. So you haven't figured out completely though what to do with all this new stuff. Like but you're like, kind of still planning before the action. Like you're not in the slow down, you're not in the observing phase, but you're in the, oh my gosh, I love me. I redefined. You have introduced yourself to everyone as, this is me. I am Sag. This is who I am. Some of you are coming into that energy right now. And it feels uplifting. And then your next card is integration. So you're trying to figure out how to take all of this wonderful you and pack it into your goals and dreams and manifestations for quality of life and exist in this dense, low plane, right? Because you're looking at, how do you get to yin and yang? How do you get to balance and harmony? Because in you, you feel it. But when you step out of you, you might feel like you absorb people around you. So you're so in tune that you're understanding energy, and you're understanding that sometimes you can be around someone that's like a complete energy vampire, and you feel like you were feeling great and they sucked it out of you. So you're not trying to share all your juju anymore. You're like, I got to be careful out in these city streets, right? So in you being careful out here, you're like, how do but I got to fit in. I want to share this. I want to let people know about this. I want to contribute. I want my life to be quality. Some of you are looking at job situations and believing for something so magical that when you obtain it, people are going to be like, oh, I need some of that. Does it come in a cup? Can I get it in a bottle? You know, and you're understanding your gifts, and you're trying to figure out how to blend it. So I will tell you what I feel. I will tell you what divine energy is saying. Source is saying. There is a skill. It's a skill. And it is learning to constantly be in meditation. But it's a different type of meditation versus sitting, you know, and being still. You could actively be talking to someone like I'm talking to you, and I see myself in a space recharging energetically. Not so much like this, but in lotus, myself, my true self, not giving all of me to someone. So I don't know what yours will look like, Sagittarius. But I feel you're getting depleted quickly. And then you're realizing like, oh, I'm not feeling that. I don't want to give it up. You know, like you want to keep it, but you want to balance it. You want to integrate. You want to be able to share it. See that yin and yang, but you want to be able to hold some for yourself and then look at the duck and, you know, the other elements there. You're like, I want to be a part of all this, but I don't want to lose myself in it. And Hakeem, you noticed that sound stopped? Mm-hmm. Their dad came home. I'm sorry, y'all. We're having a noise issue. So you have to understand what is yours and what isn't. And I feel that some Sagittarius is in your go through, in your cleansing and rebirth, you have preserved your crazy sense of humor, which I appreciate. But you have to balance. You have to understand karma. So, you know, there's some people that have gone through life and, you know, maybe laughed at others' expenses or wasn't very compassionate. And it might have even been in private, but that's still building, you know, in you. It's placing you in a place of definition, right? So in going through the purging and the cleansing and the observing, who am I, who am I, who am I, you need to forgive yourself for that. But you also need to understand that that lesson is going to keep showing up as an opportunity. So if you're around people and they're doing those things and you're like, I don't do that anymore. Like, that's not cool. That's not me anymore. Certain things you don't want to indulge in anymore and you haven't figured out your balance. You just walk away. You find a classy, you know, beautiful way of not creating karma by reacting, but just walking away from it. You in integrating, as you continue to force your vibe out, your frequency, you will draw into you like things. Okay. You never know in removing yourself who notices that, and they're going to be like, I don't want to be seen as that. I don't want to be seen having these conversations or, you know, thinking and, you know, like you are going to impact people. That's your integration. You don't stop being around people. You don't hermit and hibernate completely. You can only change. You can only change you. So it's about perception. And if your perception is, I just don't want to be around people because of that, change your perception. Be around people, but choose what you indulge in. You know, like, you can really be like, I'm going to go over here and get something to drink. Or you can just grab yourself and move on and, you know, be like, you know, do a little wave and walk away. Or, oh, it's time for me to go, you know, and you teach people what you're comfortable with. And even if they don't pick up on that, you remove yourself. You just keep practicing it. And eventually you'll be around people that are totally in tune with what you're doing and trying to do, or on the end of receiving, you know, your vibe and what you have to offer. So just like you have to look at mindset and, you know, drop some ideas and some institutionalized way of thinking in this shadow work, and you have to, you know, shed some issues, you know, maybe that you've had of trust and things. In integrating, you put yourself out there more, actually. You don't remove yourself, Sag. You don't. That's a part of, it's just you change your perception from this is negative, I don't like it, to I'm glad I came out. It was nice to see everybody. And you just don't do that anymore. Change is on the table. And some of you are understanding that certain situations and people don't serve your new life. They just don't. And they can't come with you. You might see them later down the road, but you can't delay your process because every day isn't promised. You have to live, right? So you have to put them down for a little while and go enjoy this new you and people that feel like you and people that encourage you to be that high vibe, greater self, you know, and that recognize you and appreciate you. Some of you need to be appreciated. Nice. Oh, yeah. Celebration, completion, letting go, postponement. So some people will come back later. They'll be back later. But you have some happy times coming ahead because you have changed your whole vibe. Like you've changed your density and you're lighter. You know, you're raised, you're moving up. Um, you're illuminating out. You are bringing in you have sown and you're about to reap um, some harvests for all of this newness, this rebirth, this transformation. So now Source wants to show you that abundance comes from change and, rebirth and transforming in a high vibe. Um, so when you take a step to better yourself, it could be a job, it could be working on love. You're going to reap some awards. There's going to be some beautiful celebrations coming in, and you're going to look and say, "Oh my God, I did that." You're going to know you brought that into your life because all this time it hasn't worked, and now you're seeing the fruit, and it's like, when I shifted, when my point of view and perception, how I speak, how I act, how I think changed. And now look at all this. I did that. You did that. You completed a karmic cycle and you have totally shifted your whole life. Okay? You found the piece to the puzzle. Okay. In doing that, you've realized you've had to let some things go. You're going to have to let some things go. And that's okay. Everyone's on their own journey. Whereas before you surrounded yourself and you found your confidence in people like you and people that shit talked and people that, whatever your thing was, you felt comfortable with it because you were around like-minded people. And now that you have changed how you think and look at things and you understand reaping and sowing and you understand what being powerful means, you're shedding things and letting go. You're letting go of ego too. Ego is probably the last thing to observe and go, but you've looked at it. Yeah, some of you are trying to hold back because you just don't like the new vibe as far as being around people, and you're like, ugh. And you're really delaying your life by not pushing yourself into uncomfortable spaces. These spaces allow you to show you who you are, allow you to navigate through them with your newness, and use that technique of always staying in meditation mind. So you could be in the grocery store, you could be shopping, but notice how you're breathing. Notice if you're rushing. Notice if you have mind chatter going on, and bring yourself back. That's integrating. Okay? It's a calmness about it. So don't delay, don't hold off living. That was the whole purpose of this, right? To gain some abundance, some emotional stability, some wealth, right? So don't go hiding. Shoot for the stars. Okay? That is your shadow work reading, Sag. Feels good. I'm very proud of you. Very proud. I hear that song in my head. Change gon' come. Music is important. Pay attention to what vibe you allow in your space. You don't want something like, I can't listen to Future anymore. I can't listen to certain songs anymore because I recognize the tone and the beat, and I'm like, yeah, nah, it's chaotic. Like it scrambles my wires a little bit, but I'm still, out here. doing my thing. So I treat myself to it every now and then, but I have to be super high balanced to listen to it so I don't get glitchy and shit. But I say that to say you can still enjoy life. You just have to be very aware of yourself. That's a part of the integration. So that's a part of your instruction and your advice to learn. I can meditate anywhere. I could be in a meeting. Everything could be falling apart and we have to reformat something, and I can be in the most zen place like, and I'm projecting myself to when I'm walking up out of here so that I can just go and clean it up and get it right, or whatever is going on. I'm a fix-it person. I fix things. I'm a trainer, corporate trainer, so not health, like fitness, but, so I teach processes. So I can meditate through anything. And Sag, you're competitive, and that's a part of your competitiveness too. Master that, okay? That's what you need to be focusing on. But I see a lot of good stuff coming in for you. So if you're looking for a new job, you need to just move and start looking. You need to really get going and acting on it. If you're thinking about relationship, you need to start dating, even if it's virtual dates. I've heard of virtual dates, y'all, where you both have your table set and, maybe you order food for each other, or one orders food and, it's delivered, and you sit on FaceTime and eat and sip wine and talk together. So freaking cool. So that is another option for dating if you're ready for that. You're trying to postpone things because your trust issues, but you're gonna have to start trusting, Sag. Trust yourself if you don't trust anyone else. Trust yourself and know that you also deserve everything that you want. So you can't say, I want to be loved, I want my relationship to work out, or I want a new beginning, and you're not actively believing it, by working on it. You know what I mean? By accepting that, you'll kiss a couple frogs maybe. But actually actively pursuing, trying. So there you go. That's your shadow work video. I love y'all. Stay well. Like.